Well, now that we have the big pieces of the puzzle in play for Scream 7, it's time to talk theories, baby. And I'm telling you, this one could be pivotal to what happens in the movie. Let's talk about it. As you know, there is so much excitement about Scream 7 being put back on track with Kevin Williamson and the Queen herself, Nev Campbell, coming back as Sidney Prescott. But now the question is, what will the story be? What is the plot going to be? Who is going to be in the film from the OGs, and also who's going to be in the film from new cast members? Well, new cast members, we don't know yet. There's theories about that. We'll talk about that some more. But I want to talk about old school and what we might see. I know a lot of people are wondering about Courtney Cox. They're wondering about Hayden. Will she come back as Kirby? I will tell you guys this. I think that there's no doubt that Courtney Cox will come back for Scream 7 as Gale Weathers. I just don't see her not coming back. She has basically said that she's ready to come back when she's asked to come back. So I'm thinking this, guys. Some of you have talked about, will Gale be the opening kill for Scream 7? There are a lot of fans that are not happy with the way that she's been portrayed in Scream 5 and Scream 6, most notably going against what she said and writing that book, and it wasn't really cool. She got she got the anger of both Sam and Tara.
Nice try, sweetie, but I've done this dance before. Oh, God.
The question is, how will Sydney feel about that? How will Sydney feel about the fact that Gale went against her word and wrote the book, and obviously kind of going against the memory of Dewey? I'll be interested to see that interaction, because I don't think she's going to be the opening kill of Scream 7. I really, really don't. I think that would kind of be a waste of Courtney Cox and the character. I think that she will be in the movie, and I also think she will be killed, but not in the opening. I'm going to give you guys multiple reasons. I think that her character has gotten to the point where it's just run out of track. I really, really do. And I said this all the way back for Scream 5. I honestly thought she was the one that was going to be killed off in the movie. And I still feel as though she would have been the better choice rather than Dewey. Although I will say Dewey had a lot of great moments in Scream 5. He had a lot of weight to the story, and that made the kill even more impactful than it already would have been, right? But I think that unless the only way that Gale would not be killed in this movie, number one, is if there were some other major character that got killed off. We know it's not going to be Sydney, so maybe it could be Mark, maybe it could be Kirby. I don't want to see either of them get killed. I really don't. But the other way that maybe Gale would not be killed off is if she has weight in the story, which she didn't in Scream 6. She didn't in Scream 5. She had some good moments, but let me just reference something that I've referenced many times. Look at Scream 4. I honestly believe that is a great blueprint for how you can have your OG cast plus a brand new cast of characters, and they work together. There's a cohesion to their stories overlapping, and you don't take away from one side to give glory to the other. Okay? You had Sydney, Gale, and Dewey in Scream 4, and I think their storylines were really good. And then of course you had the new cast of characters. You had Jill, and you had Kirby, and you had Charlie, and you had Trevor. So I think that that is the blueprint for how to do a movie where you have to divide your time between new and older cast members. Hopefully Kevin will be able to utilize his experience to make sure that that happens, even though he's not writing this movie, okay? But I think because he's such an accomplished writer and he's so good at storytelling, I think that he's going to be able to really guide this process, just like Christopher Landon would have in my humble opinion. Okay. But again, Gale has to have weight in order for her to not be killed off. And it's possible because bringing back Sydney, it would be really cool to see Sydney and Gale working together on a team, kind of like you saw with Parker Posey and Courtney in Scream 3. That would be awesome to see Sydney and Gale together, kind of, you know, frenemies. They're friends now, but there's still a little bit of that little, back and forth. And I think both actresses not only could pull it off, but there's a history with them, right? And I think it would be so much fun to see that, especially for fans of the OG films. That is the only way that I can see Gale surviving this movie. Other than that, if she comes in and is just kind of a glorified cameo, or if she comes in and she's kind of in the background, popping in here and there, like, hello, hey, it's me, Gale Weathers. Boom, she's dead. She's gone. She's absolutely gone. She has to have weight, not as much as Sydney, but I think she has to come in there and have a lot of great scenes and something that the plot can really, that she can be a big part of the plot, guys, just like she was in 4, how she says, well, now I'm going rogue, and she was really trying to figure out who the Ghostface killers were and so forth. She has to do that in this film. Another way that could be really cool, I'm gonna throw this one at you guys too, is that what if in this film, and I've talked about this, but what if in this film, not only do we see Sydney attacked by Ghostface, but what if she was abducted? What if she was abducted and all of a sudden she truly on her own has to use her wits and her courage to fend off the Ghostface killers? I want multiple killers. And what if Gale becomes a big part of helping Sydney and then the two of them together? I mean, there's a lot of ways that this film could go that can still be fresh, even though it's the 7th film in this franchise dating all the way back to 1996. There's a way to do it. There is truly a way to do it. And I'm telling you guys, I'm scared because, when I look at 5 and 6, there's some great things in it, but there's a lot of missed opportunities. And I just don't know if Guy Busick can put it together and give Gale the weight she deserves. I missed the Gale Weathers from 2 and 3. Well, 1 as well, 2 and 3 and 4. I really missed that Gale Weathers. And I think that she's still in there. Courtney Cox could still do it. It just has to be written the right way, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is that how you want Gale to be in this movie, back to the old school Gale? Do you want to see her as the opening kill of Scream 7? Do you want to see her die within the film? I think that the only thing about killing her off is that, it's almost like we're just going to pick apart all these OG characters. We got Dewey, we got Judy, now we're going to kill off Gale. And I know that that's realistic, because how many times can you survive Ghostface killers? But it's just, I just want it to be done in the right way. She has to have a good story. She has to have a good story. And I don't think she did, especially in 6. I mean, yeah, it was a great attack scene, but I don't think it was anything that really added to her legacy as the character of Gale Weathers. I really, really don't. It was like she popped in, they go to the shrine. It's like, ooh, yay. And then she's attacked. And it was a great attack scene. I want to give credit to, all involved, and Courtney pulled it off. It really looked good. But here's the attack scene. And come on, man. I mean, she gets stabbed, she gets hurt, and she survives, which of course in 6, there was so many freaking survivors. It was crazy. I don't know, bro. Don't let me go there. So what I'm saying, guys, is that I think that we've got to have Gale Weathers in this film. As a fan, I want to see her have a strong story arc. And if she survives, that's great. If she has a meaningful death that's done correct, I'd be okay with that as well. But I do think she's the one that probably won't make it out of Scream 7. It just looks that way. It really, really does. I don't think that the way that 5 and 6 have been written, I just don't think that they have enough juice left to carry her past 7. There was nothing that they showed me in 5 and 6 that would make me think that Gale is going to have a great story. I hope she does. So To me, she's got to be the one to die. And again, if it happens, okay, fine. I just hope it's done well. I really do. She deserves that as a character. The only person that's been in all these movies, right? I mean, that has to stand for something. Much love to Courtney Cox, and I love Gale Weathers as a character, but there's no doubt I love the version of her with 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the 5 and 6 version are kind of like, I don't know. It is what it is, guys. A lot of speculation, theories, excitement, but also a little bit of hesitation here. But we will keep talking about Scream 7. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. What do you think? If you haven't hit the like button, please do. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the Night Watch Zone. Become a part of this fantastic community where you'll never love and talk about movies the same. So I'll catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.